Okay, great. So welcome everyone to my presentation. We are HighLine Technology. I have to see how to forward. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, HighLine is we are a spin-off from Fraunhofer ISE, so Institute for Solar Energy Systems in Freiburg. And our primary application is PV metallization. So the goal is to print very small lines on top of solar cells. Here we always have the trade-off between shading losses and conductivity. Maybe you know that solar cell devices, they transport a current of around 10 amperes. That's quite a lot when you want to achieve very small contacts and not having too much shading. Well, starting with a lot of research in the early days, we did the transfer to a startup in 2020, right during the lockdown of Corona. And yeah, as you can see from the shape already, HighLine, the name is our content. And now we want to commercialize our products. So what do? We do parallel dispensing in a continuous mode. Well, let's say continuous, but we can do intermittent operation at the edges. You see this, I think in printing it's called semi-contact. So the paste is going out of the nozzle and getting in touch with the substrate, but there's no chatting involved. We do have flexible nozzle designs. We can achieve very small finger width and print very fast, well, up to 1 meter per second, depending on the paste. Our first application is PV metallization, but it's not the last. And in order to be operational, we got the exclusive rights from Fraunhofer. You see in the animation a little bit how it works, although the movement is not the right one in the tube system. Consists of a paste, a valve with a CFD optimized fluid geometry underneath. Then we have an exchangeable nozzle kit. This is our consumable. There you can, yeah, and basically this is the basic system. Based on that, we have a lot of different printers already developed. We started with single nozzle devices and then some reptiles in the park. You see a gecko, the smallest one, that was a lab printer where we can demonstrate the feasibility of different pastes, different small lines on different applications. You can it's a very quick startup solution, and then we entered the intermittent operation with the lizard, the crocodile, and the alligator. The alligator has even 2 sets of nozzle rows. Therefore, we can print with using a semi-stroke. The core advantages of our process is, I mean, fine line applicability. We achieve down to 0 micron on solar cells. We can print very high viscose materials. Also on top of each other, of course. We have a high material flexibility. It's a closed-off system. I mean, our strongest competitor in this field is screen printing, and that is not closed off, as you know. Well, the semi-contact approach, the high printing velocity, and we can print parallel structures in parallel. So we need applications where you need a scalability, as the flexibility compared to a single nozzle is, of course, decreased when you operate a lot of parallel aligned nozzles. Our products that we offer, we have a printhead developed, as I already introduced. On the right-hand side, the corresponding nozzle kits, where we are flexible with the design, depending on what the customer needs. And then in the middle, you see our cuckoo that's based on the bird. The bird places its eggs into someone else's nest, as you know, and then it kicks out what's in the nest, and the parents feed the young bird. Eventually, it gets bigger than the parents. So that was the idea how we named this product. It's basically we take out the screen in the screen printer and the blade head, which we don't need anymore.